At just 12 years old, she walked onto the America's Got Talent stage carrying a secret no one in the room was prepared for, not even Simon Cowell. What happened next silenced the audience, shocked the judges, and changed her life forever. If you love real talent, real emotion, and moments that give you chills, make sure you subscribe now, because stories like this don't happen every day. The stage lights glowed softly as the announcer called her name, and a small figure stepped out from behind the curtain. She looked tiny against the massive America's Got Talent stage, her sneakers slightly scuffed, her dress simple, her hair neatly tied back as if her mother had spent extra time fixing it that morning. The audience smiled politely, expecting something sweet, maybe even forgettable. No one imagined they were about to witness one of the most emotional auditions of the season. Her name was Lily Anderson, 12 years old, from a small town that most people in the audience had never heard of. When Terry Crews asked how she was feeling, she smiled nervously and said she was excited but also very scared. Simon Cowell leaned forward slightly, arms crossed, his expression neutral, the same look he gave hundreds of hopeful contestants every season. He asked the question he always asked. "What are you going to sing for us today?" Lily took a breath, gripping the microphone with both hands. She said she would be singing an original song. The room shifted instantly. Original songs were risky, especially for someone so young. Simon raised an eyebrow. He asked her who wrote it. Lily said quietly, "I did." A few audience members murmured in surprise. Simon followed up with another question, asking what the song was about. That was the first moment everything changed. Lily hesitated. Her eyes flickered toward her parents standing backstage. Then she looked back at the judges and said the song was about her older brother. She paused, swallowed hard, and added that he couldn't be there anymore. The room went quiet. Simon nodded slowly, his expression softening just a little. He told her to take her time and start whenever she was ready. The music began with a simple piano track, gentle and slow. Lily closed her eyes for a moment, as if gathering courage, and then she started to sing. Her voice was not loud. It wasn't flashy, but it was pure, steady, and filled with something far deeper than confidence. It carried honesty. The first few lines spoke about childhood memories, riding bikes down cracked sidewalks, laughing at nothing, dreaming without fear. The audience leaned in, drawn by the intimacy of her words. By the time she reached the chorus, something remarkable happened. Her voice grew stronger, not in volume, but in emotion. It felt as though she was opening a door into her heart and inviting everyone inside. Simon's posture changed. He leaned forward more, his arms uncrossed now, eyes locked on the girl standing center stage. Sofia Vergara placed her hand over her chest. Howie Mandel's smile faded into a look of disbelief. Heidi Klum blinked rapidly, clearly holding back tears. Midway through the song, Lily sang a line about loss, about empty chairs at dinner tables and unanswered texts on silent phones. The words hit like a wave. People in the audience wiped their eyes. A man in the front row bowed his head. The camera caught Simon swallowing hard. Then came the twist no one expected. As Lily moved into the bridge of the song, the lyrics shifted. They revealed that her brother had not passed away from illness or an accident, as many assumed. He had been a young soldier, deployed overseas, and he never made it back home. The weight of that revelation crashed over the room. This wasn't just a song anymore. It was a goodbye. It was a letter she never got to send. Her voice trembled for just a second, but she didn't stop. Instead, she took a breath and pushed forward, singing with even more strength, as if finishing the song was the only way to survive the moment. The final chorus soared, filled with hope, forgiveness, and love. She sang about carrying his memory forward, about being brave because he taught her how. When the last note faded, there was silence. No applause, no cheers, just stillness. For several seconds, the entire theater seemed frozen. Lily stood there, eyes open now, chest rising and falling quickly. She looked terrified, as if worried she had said too much, shared too much, felt too much. Then the audience stood. The applause erupted like thunder. People rose to their feet, clapping, cheering, some openly crying. Lily's hands flew to her mouth in shock. She hadn't expected this. She looked at the judges, eyes wide, searching their faces. Simon Cowell stood up. That alone was enough to send the audience into another wave of cheers. Simon rarely stood for auditions, especially early in the competition. When he finally spoke, his voice was noticeably softer than usual. He told Lily that in all his years on talent shows, He had heard thousands of original songs, but very few felt real. He said her song didn't feel like it was written to impress anyone. It felt like it needed to be sung. He paused, visibly emotional, and admitted something that surprised everyone. He said that he often worried that young performers were pushed too hard, too fast, but Lily reminded him why music mattered in the first place. He told her that she had a gift that couldn't be taught. Sophia spoke next, tears streaming down her face. She said Lily's bravery moved her deeply and that the song felt like a movie in 3 minutes. Howie called it one of the most honest performances he had ever seen from someone so young. Heidi told Lily that her voice carried healing and that the world needed to hear it. Then came another twist. Simon asked Lily a final question. He asked her if she had ever sung that song in public before. Lily shook her head and said she had only ever sung it in her bedroom. Simon looked stunned. He said that made the moment even more special. The judges voted, one by one. 4 yeses, but the story didn't end there. As Lily began to walk off the stage, thinking her audition was over, Simon stopped her. He asked her to come back to the center. The audience buzzed with anticipation. Simon took a deep breath and said something that shocked everyone. He said that while he normally saved special moments for later rounds, some performances couldn't wait. Then he nodded toward the side of the stage. The golden buzzer glowed. The audience screamed as golden confetti exploded from above, raining down on Lily like a dream. She froze, completely overwhelmed. Her parents ran onto the stage, hugging her as she cried into her mother's shoulder. Simon clapped, smiling in a way viewers rarely saw. In interviews later, Lily revealed that she almost didn't audition. She said she was afraid the song was too sad, too personal. But she felt like her brother would have wanted her to sing it. Overnight, the video of her audition went viral. Millions watched. Comments poured in from across the country and around the world. Veterans thanked her. Parents shared the video with their children. People said her song helped them grieve, helped them heal. Weeks later, Lily returned to the AGT stage for the live shows, stronger, more confident, but still carrying the same sincerity. No matter how far she went in the competition, one thing was already certain. That audition had changed her life. And it had reminded everyone watching that sometimes the smallest voices carry the biggest truths. At 12 years old, Lily didn't just sing a song. She told a story that America will never forget.